Listen, you idiots. If you haven't figured out by now, this podcast contains spoilers. Who writes this stuff?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Legends of Tomorrow. I forgot the name of the show. Legends of Tomorrow, Season 2, Episode 11, Turncoat. I'm your host, Clio. With me, I have Dom and Nikki.
What's going on?
That was the best part of this episode.
Hands down.
The intro was Mick.
Reading it as Mick. You know?
Yeah. Because what was it like? We go back in time to unscrew things. We screw things up some more.
See, that intro made me really like it. Like instantly hyped me up for the episode, and then as the episode went on, I was like, "This just isn't as good as I thought it was gonna be."
You just don't like Rip. That's your problem.
As good as the intro. No, Dom, I didn't like this episode either.
I don't know. I love this episode.
It was good. Wasn't as good as that intro made it sound.
No, exactly. I had such. It was just like, oh boy, I've been kind of teetering off this show. It's just not been, and since the break, I've just been like, eh. And then Mick, he's like, he just made it sound so awesome. And then I was just like, no, I was let down.
I choked on my drink. Like, actual choke. Had to pause, catch my breath, choked, watching, like, listening to the intro. Like, I made a nice snack, I sat down, I'm in the middle, and just turned it on, and I choked. I thought I was going to die. Like, gasping for breath, choked.
It was that good.
It was hysterical.
Yeah. Very funny.
Loved it. Bravo, Mick. Bravo.
Yeah. So, Rip. Shoots Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And that it created quite a fucking time quake. Like
maybe this is what happened on Earth 2. I know we're getting off onto the Flash and why Abe Lincoln is on the $100 bill.
No, that was Earth 19.
Whatever, Earth 19. Yeah, whatever. You know what I mean.
Oh, I see. No, but that wouldn't explain it.
Because all the presidents would be messed up. But yeah, I don't know.
The $100 bill wasn't even a president. It's Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
What?
I'm saying all the presidents are probably different on this might have been the catalyst for it.
But there was no Washington?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay now.
Yeah.
Mick made it better.
Because it was just a trap.
Yeah.
Rip didn't really give a shit about killing Washington.
No, it had nothing to do with anything.
That was just a trap, yeah.
And it was a very, very well constructed trap.
Yeah, because not only did he shoot Washington, but then he went back to like the day before and set up traps. Basically, and set up an ambush.
And gave freaking machine guns to people.
Well, yeah, he has his whole memory back right now. He knows that stuff is still altered in his brain. So he remembers the whole team, and he knows exactly what they're gonna do because he trained them. And the most brilliant part of it was the EMP. Loved the EMP.
Yeah, because he's got all his knowledge of the ship and being a time master, so he knows all of that.
Well, using the EMP not only disabled the ship,
disabled Ray's suit.
Yeah.
Messed with.
That's the best part. I'm just like Ray's running around.
Firestorm's powers. That was what shocked me.
Yeah.
It messed with Firestorm's powers.
So what you're saying is Rip is a better Sombra than Sombra is.
Yes. Rip is Sombra from Overwatch. Yes.
Oh my god.
No, Rip is fantastic. Brian in chat says Evil Rip was amazing. I wanted to see more of him. This was the best yet. I 100% agree. We all had our problems. Clio not so much. I think she kind of felt the bandwagon where it was, that we were all on without actually getting on it, of why we disliked Rip last season. And I don't like Rip as Rip. Rip, I think, as a villain here is great. And I think there's still room to bring him back and put him back on the team and stuff after this is all said and done, because the outcomes of all of this are going to change him. And we need an altered Rip. If Rip is coming back to the team, we need an altered Rip. We cannot just bring the same old Rip back and have it fit with this team now. It won't work anymore. So
I think
he needs to have changed.
We're gonna have to see how far Evil Rip goes, because the problem is going to be, how do you come back from that? I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying that's tricky. And having Rip back, even if he's... Because, yeah, I mean, I didn't hate Rip. I didn't like a lot of things he did towards the end of last season. But what I like more is the team without him. The team is solid without him.
Yeah, that's more what I mean.
The team is balanced without him.
Yeah, exactly, because when Rip was on the show, he was trying to bring them together, but at the same time, he was keeping them apart by keeping them in their niches.
Yeah. Because he was doing all the work.
Yeah. The whole point was...
Well, he was also very focused on getting his kids, his family back, right? He didn't care about the team. He didn't care about preserving time. That wasn't his objective. His objective was to get his family to live. He was very selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Heather in chat says, I missed Rip using his normal handsome British voice. I missed much like it's so much like Doctor Who, this episode, evil Dr. Rory and evil Captain Jack Harkness together. It's like a combination of the two. Yeah, I see it. I definitely see it. And Brian goes, and Mick got a statue out of this episode. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, my lord.
I need to see that.
I thought of Firefly immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
how
Jane.
They find a statue of Jane.
Oh, gosh, Mr. Baldwin.
If I could go to DC right now and see a soldier version of Mick Rory statue, I would leave my house right now and take a trip to DC.
I instantly wanted to see that.
Shit, I was gonna say something else about Rip.
Oh, about Rip?
Oh, yeah, because Rip, Dom, you were mentioning his family and stuff. My favorite lines in this episode were the ones he said about his family, like, who cares? Oh, that was so boring. I was like, whoa!
Yeah.
Fuck!
Well, you could tell that the Legion of Doom put back his memories, but without the emotion.
Yeah.
And taking the emotion out of the equation, and giving him promises of the staff here. And you see the way he tries to manipulate Jax with the staff. Yeah. And it's just like...
It's like, if
he does do this, he could get his family back, Like...
Yeah.
They put some things back, but then they took chopsticks and fiddled around a little bit and just left them like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost makes me wonder that if he had knowledge of the Spear of Destiny all this time, why didn't he pursue that route instead of trying to attack Vandal Savage head on?
Which actually, using the spear probably would have created less fucking havoc than going all throughout time and fucking with things like he actually did.
Right.
I kind of think that he doesn't have complete knowledge of the Spear of Destiny, and that's why he didn't go that route.
Yeah, because he didn't have the amulet to find...
That's true.
The pieces, he only had that one piece that he hid.
Exactly.
Or two pieces. One piece? One piece.
One piece, yeah.
Yeah.
Heather said that Rip this episode is kind of like he turned off his humanity like the vampires do in the Vampire Diaries. It's actually very much like that. That's exactly what Rip feels like to me right now. Just shuts his emotions off, and he's thinking logical instead of emotional. And at this point, he's
thinking more about the bills than
getting his family back. It's back to that again, you know? That's what he wants the spear for.
Is that what he wants the spear for? Because he was talking about his family like he could not care.
It was. I thought he was. Them. It was kind of like the Legion of Doom sent him on this kind of as, you know, not fodder, but like, you know, a working kind of part of the situation. Like, so they didn't have to get their hands dirty to get the spear and then pay him off. But really, they'd probably just end him at that point.
Yeah, I'm sure that's their intention, but I don't know. To me, it felt like the way he was talking about his family is all that stuff in the past didn't matter because the spear is going to reshape everything. That's how I took it anyway. I could be completely wrong, but that was my interpretation of it. The whole team, everything that they did together, worked as a team, what they've helped, what they've destroyed, all of that doesn't matter because the spear can reshape everything.
Yeah, well, that would be the case. It doesn't matter who used it at that point.
Well, that's why I say it's more in terms of him getting his family back that way. That's the way I'm looking at that. That's why he doesn't care about the previous things.
I would say, like, if say, the Legion of Doom used it, or Eobard actually got to use it for whatever, it would change everybody's reality.
Of course.
So maybe Rip's family didn't even exist, so that's why he's like, I don't care.
I don't know, I think they promised him his family, you know, when they put his memories back. I think that, and they selectively gave him, because they said they were altering it last episode when they said they were going to do something and alter it. So he's definitely not fully there, and if he was, he wouldn't be acting this way. So
yes, that's true. So Sarah gets shot, just real
Sarah
bad.
dies again.
Sarah dies. Yeah, you're right. She gets her neck snapped too. But no, she gets shot. She's incapacitated, and she makes Jax captain. Which, yeah, poor kid. But he did it. You know, he did the best he could. And he did a good job.
I think he did a good job. Yeah.
Very damn good job.
I mean, this is something we talked about previously too. We were like, what if they all had turns at being captain? And
yeah, we did talk about that.
Yeah, and you know, Sarah, I think, is the best person for the job, but, you know, I see all of them being better in certain situations than others. You know, like, we even said, you know, if something comes down the road where they need to steal something, that Mick should be in charge of making the plan, you know, maybe not necessarily captain, but he should lead the
team.
The heist, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think what I liked most about Jax being captain was how he just gave everybody instructions. Like, he did that such like a captain on a team, which he did play football. So it felt like
he'd be the next best after Sarah, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Blue
he
42.
has had some.
Yeah. And he tells Stein to go get the bullet out of Sarah, and Stein is like, I'm not a doctor, and I'm like, Stein, you literally just did brain surgery on Mick the other day. Do not give me that shit. This is taking a bullet out. It's a lot less serious.
Yeah.
It's
like when you see on those TV shows and movies, you see on those TV shows and movies when somebody's injured and they go see like a veterinarian, you know, but I'm a vet. You're removing a bullet. It's the same thing as if you were removing a bullet from an animal and a person. You're gonna go about it the same way.
Yes, no, of course. The problem with a vet is licensing.
Yeah, I'm well aware.
They're not licensed to treat a human.
But when they're being held at gunpoint,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, no, Stein. Yeah, no. I was like, Stein, do not even give me that shit. You just were rooting around in Mick's brain. Yeah. Stop.
I mean, granted, he did have Gideon's help at that point. You know.
That's true. He was guided by Gideon, but it's like...
Gideon was busy being EMP'd.
Yeah. I like he had a book propped up. It's like, what? I guess it must have been an anatomy book.
Mm-hmm.
But he had a book propped up when he was going to take the bullet out. It's like, damn, Stein, come on.
Trying to be thorough, I guess.
Yes. Nervous too, obviously, because she was dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think the other favorite part, like there's a couple parts I did like in this episode, and it was the rat.
That rat. It could be carrying polio or
the plague. Yeah,
the plague.
Plague.
This thing has been through us through time all over the place. But the fact that they have a rat on their ship is just hysterical to begin with.
The best part was when they, gave it as a present to Mick. That was fantastic. But okay, so the rat popped up, and I'm instantly like, shut up, because not only there's serious stuff going on in the ship. Ray has been in the ducks for like a year and a day. And then he runs into a fucking rat. I'm like, you have to be kidding me. Ray, do your fucking job. Oh my god, I got so mad.
That rat was hysterical, though.
I loved it.
And when that happened, I wrote in my notes, this episode has gotten 85% more ridiculous.
I loved when the rat was chasing him through, and then he slips through the grate at the last second. I thought the rat broke its neck for a minute there.
I thought so too.
So did I was so sad.
But I loved when it showed up again at the end of the episode. It was Mick, and I was just like, oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I hope we see a lot more of the rat and Mick interacting, because it's like you see Mick, he's hard, he's just an ass, and then you see him interact with this rat and it just turns into this sweet face. He goes, and I'm like, oh my god.
I want that rat to just chill out on Rory's shoulder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he just feeds it.
Yep.
Synthetic cheese from the machine.
Synthetic cheese.
Except not American.
Surviving.
Not American. That machine can't make American.
Can't do that. I loved both Stein and Nate say this, but they were like, we gotta go save Washington, and then someone else is like, and Mick, and it's like, Mick is implied.
Yeah.
He's implied. I don't know why I thought that line was so funny, and the fact that it was repeated made it funnier.
Yeah.
So Nate and Amaya.
Bow chicka bow wow.
Listen, what was that me, or did that come out of nowhere? I feel like we might have talked about them before, but
I don't remember ever there being a connection between those two other than his grandfather. Or great grandfather or something. That's the only thing that came to mind. I was like,
they exchanged looks at one point, but I don't think it was anything super serious. And usually stuff like that does come out of nowhere. It's the ones where you have this long pining thing and then it's like, oh well, we've become too close of friends and it's never gonna work out. You deal with that kind of stuff. It's the ones that you're just like instant meet, do whatever, and those are the ones that kind of stick,
those obviously aren't the only two kinds of relationships we see. But yes,
but I'm saying,
I know what you mean.
I'm saying you get more out of the hey, let's date spark than the let's become friends and then try dating. Usually that doesn't work.
I think the problem that Nate ran into in this case was he was really explaining hookups, not dating.
Yeah. Oh, that's exactly what he was explaining.
When she was like, it's chill, right? He's like, fuck. Yeah. Internally, he was screaming.
See, what a man and woman does is they have their phone, and then they both swipe right, and I was just like...
Oh, Nate.
Yeah, no, because it was at the end where I'm like, you explained hookups. You explained the wrong kind of thing to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I hope this doesn't become a weird thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I hope it does.
It's totally gonna be weird. You saw how she was reacting. She's like, we still have a job to do. And you saw like after they woke up after the first time.
Well, she made it
she
very clear what her intentions are. She goes, I don't believe that members of the team should be in a relationship. However, that was not the case when she was in the Justice League.
No, but they weren't. The thing about the Justice Society is that her and Rex weren't a thing. They had talked about being a thing when the team was over. Mm-hmm. We've talked about this a lot, and I feel like I keep trying to explain it. And maybe it doesn't actually make sense, but
I still feel like some stuff was going on there.
I don't think so. I think it was like, I like you, but we can't be together.
I think while they were on duty in the building, stuff was not going on, and when they went home for the night, that was another story. That's what I feel like that was going on there.
I don't know.
But I mean, can you blame them?
Yeah, they had time to. Huh?
Nate had hypothermia. Can you blame him? Like, you got to keep the body warm. Like, I remember, was it Taxi? I think it was Taxi. There was an old episode of Taxi where the cab is trapped in a snowstorm and it breaks down, and they're trapped there overnight and they can't get out, and the girl and what was Latka, whatever, the little guy, and they got it on to keep warm during the thing because they were gonna freeze to death or something like that, and then it caused problems because stuff and things. I don't know. It's an old show, Taxi, whatever. But yeah. It, like, I get it. You got to keep your body temperature up. They didn't have a choice. I'm just like, just tell them to turn to steel. That's what I'm thinking. Not during that. I meant to.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, they didn't even sleep with each other when they were, getting Nate out of hypothermia. They did it when that was all over.
Right.
Yeah, after he was all
so they did not
hot and bothered.
sleep with each other out of necessity.
Well, it seemed like he was still. She seemed okay with it. Like, her body temperature was all right. Whatever. But he was still, when they got it on, he was still not all there. His brain was still doing things. He was not of his regular mind. He was talking about going to sleep. I'm tired. I'm gonna take it. No, stay awake. And that's when she started stripping off clothing.
Yeah.
So
they didn't have sex then, though.
Well, no. By the time it cut back, they did.
No. Because she warmed him up. He then did fall asleep, and she was outside, and then she came back in when he was fine. That's when
then he told her not to go back out because it was warmer in the tent.
Oh, I was under the impression that they at it a second time.
Oh, no.
No, she basically, he probably passed out on her, so she had to go full body bareness contact, and that's why she was naked with the thing around her.
Well, also, their clothes were still wet. She was probably just, the first time, she was just warming it up so he didn't die right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I was under the impression that they went at it a few times during that.
No, because he was like, if you snuck a peek, and she was like, I did not sneak a peek.
I wasn't looking down there, is how she said it. Oh, boy.
Anyway, let's go to the better part of the episode. Mick was teaching Washington how to be an American. That's my favorite part of this episode. Mick taught Washington what it meant to be an American.
Huh.
It was not about cheese.
No.
Not about cheese. It's about doing what you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
When somebody steps to you, you put them in their place.
Yep.
Huh.
And I like that.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
The more people should actually do that.
And even Washington, he's like, at first when they approach Washington, they're like, your life is in danger, you need to run. And he's like, I'm not running. And then by the end of the episode, he's like, I think we need to retreat.
Yeah. Well, because at that point, and I mean, he goes on about being a gentleman, and he's like, but then he also equates like running away to be not being a gentleman. And I think you can be a gentleman, still take a tactical retreat, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong with a tactical retreat. But the whole, you know, being a gentleman, it doesn't matter, you know, where you're born from. I liked that.
Yep.
That was Washington's philosophy. And I'm sure it still stands, but...
Brian is asking in chat, did she date somebody before Rex, though? Yes, she did.
Yes.
She mentioned that they went to go see The Wizard of Oz, and I'm assuming...
Austria?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hitler ruins everything.
This is why we can't have nice things.
But like the whole time, Nate and Amaya are on like their fucking mission, and they're they're tracking down Washington. They're having all these conversations, and then they have sex. It's like, guys, you're on a fucking mission. Could we kind of focus, please, baby?
Well, before they left to go save Washington, like after all this, Nate's still trying to get a quickie in. He's like, come on, don't we have time for, you know? And you're like...
Yeah, no, I know. Nate probably
really,
would have let Mick hang for
Yeah.
Nate didn't fucking care.
Not only that, if they didn't get back at the moment that they got back, Mick would have got shot in the face.
Yes, you're right. You're right. Shame on you, Nate. Shame on you. I really liked the Christmas party, though, at the end. That was cute.
I felt like it was the wrong time of the year.
It is. And I think
100% is, but when they traveled back in time, it was Christmas. That's why.
Yeah, it was kind of the point.
Yeah, because they just went through this whole episode saying they don't know what day it is, they don't have days of the week or whatever in the time.
Maya was saying that.
Yeah.
On the ship. You can't tell what Monday is, and Monday should feel different than Sunday.
That's how I feel when we don't have podcasts during the summer.
That's how I feel not having a Monday through Friday job. What day is it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't fucking know. Yeah. And I think my other favorite thing was Nate dubbing himself the ambassador of chill.
No. I like when Nate gave her the ruby slippers. I love that.
Yeah, oh god, that was cute as hell.
Yeah, it was. That was amazing. Good job on you, Nate. Good job on you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, it's a good way to soften her up.
Smooth. Yep. That's smooth.
Mm-hmm.
The smooth moves there.
Yeah, because he's the ambassador of chill.
I hate that so much.
I love it.
I know what I'm changing my bio to on Facebook now.
Ambassador of chill. No, that's your job description.
Yeah, that's your job description.
I'll do it. Yep.
Ambassador of chill.
I'll do it right after this podcast.
My god.
Oh my gosh. Next episode, if I can find it.
Dinosaurs.
No, it's Camelot. 3000. Hold on. All for one, the legends continue their quest to hunt down the Spear of Destiny before the pieces fall into the hands of the Legion of Doom. The legends discover that pieces of the spear are each being guarded in different time periods by members of the JSA. First stop is the future, where they find Dr. Midnight. Yay! Which eventually leads them to the past in King Arthur's Camelot, where Stargirl is protecting her piece of the spear. In order to protect the spear shard from the now evil Rip Hunter, the legends must join forces with the Knights of the Round Table.
The thing that I don't understand from this is I get how a piece of the spear could go to the future. But if a piece of the spear goes to the past, that means it also exists somewhere in the present. And that blows my mind.
I see what you mean.
Because you can send, with time travel, you can send something to the future that it will no longer exist from the point you sent it until the future. It will just have a gap. But you send something to the past, and it now exists in the past, present, and future, you know, through the whole, I don't know.
So what you're saying
maybe
is
they'll explain that.
Yeah, maybe the spear has a special, like, attribute where it can only exist in one time.
I don't know, because if it gets destroyed in the past, you know, then it wouldn't exist in the present. But who knows?
Or would it? I don't know. Would it?
I don't know.
I would assume. Depending on its point of origin.
Yeah.
Because if it existed in present and then you sent it to the past and it was destroyed in the past, then you would be able to get it. No, it would still be the past because you would be able to get it from the moment it left, which would be the past, not the present. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh well.
Doesn't make sense. Time travel. Hurts my head.
Dom, where can people find you?
With brain cramps down at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM.
Phenomenon. Nikki, where can they find you?
Not knowing a shit about this crap. On Twitter at LadyVenom24, LEDYVENOM24.
You can find me at Clio Moto, and you can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+. And right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, video games, and movies. Till next time. Bye, guys.
Until sometime in the future.
Yep.
Whatever the hell that will be.
Unless you're watching this after we record next week's episode, then this would be
Unless
the past.
you're watching it in the past.
Actually, you'd be watching in the present if you're watching it right now, no matter when you're watching it.
Unless you're a time traveler.